everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to all of you. Hi, how we doing? My name is Doug Sharpe, and welcome to Fun Fact, the game show. Yeah, thank you. I know, everyone's always never sure, like, where do I jump in here? Welcome to Fun Fact, the game show. Today, we are at the beautiful review stage on we're at the review stage on Granville Island. And this is a bit of a special show for me. This is our first sellout show. So thank you all so much for coming and making it today. So happy to have all of you here with us. But it's a little bit bigger than all of you. If you are watching us online on YouTube or TikTok or wherever else you watch live streams, please go to play.funfactgameshow.com and create an account so you can play along here in the venue with us. Some people have complained a little bit about creating an account in the past, but that's a very good thing because it's going to add you onto our leaderboard. And let's have a look at the leaderboard from our last rounds. Here we go. Mia W. took the win in Vancouver. Bailey Burke, the best bookkeeper in Whistler, coming in second. Kieran B. in third. Roy Adams online has been a strong contender for a while now. And I'm curious if we'll see someone overtake Roy or Ollie or Maka. And we've got Cassie Dory and Ryan D. rounding out the top three for our all-time leaderboard. So I know you guys have already created an account. If you are watching us online, please head to funfactgameshow.com and create an account. I see a lot of return people today. Thank you all so much for coming back. If you've been to the second show, you know what we're about to do. So all of us just together. Nice. I told everyone a little story last time about just sometimes when I need to slow down, so we're just doing a big breath just to slow everything down. A couple housekeeping notes for some comments I got from the last show. I'm really sorry if I get your name wrong today. If you come on stage and I get your name wrong, there's no ill will in it, no misintention, just running a million miles a minute up here, doing my very best. And I've taken a lot of heat in the past on Fun Fact videos for mispronouncing things. I swear, I try so hard. I can't pronounce everything correctly all the time. I didn't have much else to say opening this show today, but every once in a while, I come across something on the internet that I know I can't turn into a fun fact. And this is really cool for me because I have a bit of a captive audience. So I would like to just tell you all about something I saw on the internet today. Also, how I get my fun facts. Has anyone seen the video of the woman swimming with the orcas and the sunfish? No, really? All right, let me take you through it. In today's social media influencer world, we see a lot of dangerous situations that people kind of gloss over quite readily, you know? There was a video from the YBS Youngbloods a while back ago. And he was paddleboarding. One of the most venomous snakes in the world came up out of the ocean onto his paddleboard, and he was going, "Oh my God, look at this beautiful snake. Isn't this so beautiful and majestic and magical?" And I'm thinking, this is not an appropriate reaction to what is happening in front of you. We need to panic. We need to do something. So recently, this woman, she was out on a tour, scuba diving with the killer whales. It was so beautiful. A sunfish rolls around. If you guys don't know about sunfish, they're huge. They can get up to like 4 or 5 meters in size. They also don't have any nerve endings in their fins. So seals and sea lions will every once in a while, when they're hungry, come around, have a little bite, just leave it live, and then go away again. So sunfish often have a little bite taken out of them. This woman, she's having a lovely time out with the orcas. A sunfish rolls around. One of the orcas rips around, does a super hard loop, and charges at the sunfish, and poof, the sunfish explodes in the ocean. And these 4 or 5 orcas that she's swimming with, they go on a feeding frenzy. And this poor woman, she just has the best reaction ever. And she just starts going, "Oh no, what do I do? What do I do? Oh no, oh no, oh no." And I thought in this world of social media, I just really appreciated that woman. And 4 or 5 orcas in the ocean, feeding frenzy, you don't know what to do. And I thought that was a very appropriate reaction to her moment. So, little internet story for you all that I'll never be able to do anything else with. There was no point to that. But there is a point to this. Before we get started tonight, I would like to remind everyone, we are completely anti-AI here at Fun Fact, the game show. And thank you, yes, no AI. Everything you see here tonight was made by real people. Nothing was generated. We Film Events is running around everywhere behind me right now, running both this live stream and this production. Hannah Kachelin took care of our software. Grace Johnson was our creative director as well as our studio designer. Francisco Galter took care of most of our graphic design, and the kayak at mucksoundmill.com took care of our theme song. Everything here was made by people, and I hope you can feel the traces of humanity they've left behind as they made this. Thanks. Yeah. Let's see what they made. Everyone got their phone? Everyone signed in? Everyone ready? Okay, here we go. The start of episode 3 of Fun Fact, the game show. Here we go. When planning a golf tournament, organizers usually have to buy this type of specialized insurance. Is it hole-in-one insurance, par 3 protection, bystander liability protection, or greens insurance? You've got 8 seconds to answer this question. This type of insurance is far more common in Japan than other places, but you do see it in golf tournaments all around the world. On your device, you should be able to see an orange line and a blue line. Everyone got that? Nice. The orange line is what all of you in the venue have answered. The blue line is what everyone on our online audience has answered, so you can constantly compare your answers to what's happening, what everyone else is doing. And it looks like everyone got this one. It is indeed hole-in-one insurance. Yeah. I specifically mentioned Japan in that one. Not always golf organizers, but if you're out with like your boys golfing and you hit a hole-in-one, it's essentially a huge financial liability because everyone's gonna want like drinks and food and gifts, and it's a really big deal. So a lot of people will hold hole-in-one insurance just in case they actually get one. Kind of a funny irony. All right, next question for our warm-up here. In order to chill and watch sports on the couch for a week, more and more men have been timing their vasectomies around the Masters, the Champions League, March Madness, or the Summer Olympics. If you had a choice of what sport you could just sit around and watch, no guilt, no consequences, your doctor's orders, staying on the couch, where did everyone go? A lot of people went for March Madness, a lot of soccer fans in the building after FIFA. It was indeed March Madness. This is readily referred to as urologists as Vas Madness. Thank you for catching that. A lot of people miss that joke, and it's a good one. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that in the front row. Okay, last warm-up before we get to some contestant rounds. According to Christopher Nolan, which Fast and Furious movie should the uninitiated start with? If you've never seen a Fast and Furious movie before, Christopher Nolan would tell you to start with this one. Which would his favorite be? There it is. Wow. Okay, I'm actually going to ask, why did everyone go for Tokyo Drift? Because it's the best one, and it was Tokyo Drift. Yes, great call. I recently rewatched Tokyo Drift, and I was like, this is so fire. Why are they in outer space now? It doesn't make any sense. Tokyo Drift is insane. Okay, we're going to do one more warm-up question because I'm really enjoying them. Yes, sick one. Nintendo executives named their main character, Mario, after their plumber, an Italian pop icon, their landlord, or the CEO's driver. Where would Nintendo have found their main character, Mario? I gotta wait for all the bings and bongs because if you've been to this show before, you will know I often give away the answer in my explanation, so sometimes I have to be a little bit careful there. Where did we go? The CEO's driver, a little bit all over the place. Some people, it was their landlord. Yeah, so their landlord, Mario Segale, this was in Seattle. As Nintendo was moving into America, they got a warehouse and they had this landlord and they couldn't make rent. And so the head of Nintendo America had to go to this landlord, Mario Segale, and say like, hey, we can't make rent. If you guys know the Japanese, very honorable, that would have been a really hard thing for them to do. Mario gave them 2 months rent coverage, which allowed Nintendo to be successful, so they named Mario after him. Funny point about this, Mario Segale was not happy about it. Well, he wasn't like not happy about it. He gave no interviews. He wanted no press. Like when reporters started knocking on his door after this story broke, he was like, no, go away. I don't want to be this Mario. Quite funny. So I think now it is time for us to call some contestants onto the stage. Yes. So I think this was pointed out a little bit earlier in the pre-show. Here is your prize. What makes this a little bit extra special of a show is there's only 3 of these shirts left. What makes these shirts special? I know someone in here knows it. What makes these shirts special? Yes, they are misprinted. We misprinted these shirts. You will notice quite clearly it says, I won Fan Fact. The game show, this is called Fun Fact, the game show. So if you walk away with one of these, you are going to be very lucky in that collector's item. But let's figure out who is going to take one of these and select our first contestants. Coming on stage first, we have got Luke H. H, where are we at? Yeah. Vicky. You all right? I've got really sweaty hands. You can have a fist bump or the hand you want. Yes, way to go for it. You're going to be right there on the front, Luke. Oh, we put the iPads backwards today. Next up, we've got Kathleen. Kathleen, yeah! Want the fist bump or the hand? Fist bump. Yeah, it's way better. Yeah, good work. Thanks, Kathleen. Sweet. We've also got Keelan. I love the enthusiasm. I'm so happy to see it. What do you want, Keelan? Way to take the sweaty hand. I always respect the sweaty handshake. It's so sick. And we've also got Adolphe. Hey, Adolphe. You're back, aren't you? You didn't go. Oh, man, that's amazing. Welcome back, Adolphe. Adolphe changed his flight. He was here last show, and he stuck around to be doing another one. So welcome back, Adolphe. Adolphe, that was the Philippines you were heading back to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Anyone else on stage not from Vancouver? Where are you from?
I'm from Dublin, Ireland.
Ireland. Yeah. Fantastic. Nice. I'm pretty good with the Irish accent, so I think I should be able to get most of it. Yeah. Our stage manager, Iana, is also Irish. So.
Who?
Our stage manager.
Oh, no
Iana,
way.
he's behind the curtain right behind you. Maybe you can find him later. Kathleen, you coming from Vancouver?
I am from here. Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice. How'd you enjoy the FIFA festival?
Oh, it was great. I was a FIFA volunteer.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely. Luke, yourself, you from Vancouver?
Surrey.
Surrey? Nice. Were you happy about the FIFA? Did you make it out to any of the shows?
Missed it, unfortunately.
Missed it? Fair. Working or just not about it?
We're mostly working. Watch it at home, though.
Yeah, you got to hit that grind, man. I know all about that. All right. The first thing we're going to need to do for these contestants is select them a category. I'd just like to talk about something real quick. I can't affect anything up here. A lot of people keep being like, why'd you do this? Why did you do this? We have like anti-cheating devices built into this, so I can't choose the contestants that come on stage. I also can't choose the categories, and I can't choose the next question. But I would really like to play President Jimmy Carter. So anyways, we've got insane Kardashian quotes, pop culture, or iconic Ferrari F1 messages. Iconic Ferrari F1 messages is kind of not a nice category. I would suggest never playing it, but I like it. All right, we're going to be playing pop culture. How's everyone's pop culture knowledge up there? Yeah? Okay, great. Fantastic. Let's see what our first question is going to bring. This car, or which car, is the only car to have a Hollywood star Walk of Fame? I'm sorry I said that so badly. Is it the Nissan Altima, the Ford Explorer, or the Toyota Camry, or the Chevrolet Suburban? 8 seconds. Remember what we said about slowing down? Slow down. Find your core. Find your center. Luke, you're looking confident. Yeah?
Hopefully.
Okay, what did you go for? You went for the Toyota Camry? That was a confident look on your face. I'd love to investigate that.
No, it was more of a confused look.
Okay, fair. Nice.
Yeah.
Anyone feel good about their answer up there?
No.
No? Okay, great. It's going to take a second. Kathleen, congratulations. You got it. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It was the Chevrolet Suburban. The Suburban has been in, I think it's over 2,000 movies starting in 1962. I didn't write the note down, so I really hope that's the actual answer. Let's see what else we got for pop culture. Why does Jeff Probst ask the contestants on Survivor worth playing for before the challenges? It's a great catchphrase. An advertising agency pitched it to him in season 2. One time it wasn't worth playing for, or because he said it once and it just stuck. I'm going to get better at saying these questions properly throughout tonight's show. I don't know why I'm deciding to ad-lib them, but it's just the way she's going. Let's see how our contestants did. Adolphe, you went for B. What led you there?
I don't know, it just suggested to me.
It just felt right?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 2 C's and a D. You guys got it. Have you been watching the Fun Facts, Luke and Keelan?
No.
No? Just a good guess.
No, just took a guess.
Fantastic.
I have a friend who's a huge fan. I think she mentioned that at some point. So.
Nice. Yeah. Yes, in season 1, they went to this challenge, and the challenge was it was the classic Survivor, cover yourself in mud, and then go back to the bucket and get as much mud into the bucket as you can. And the reward was a single Bud Light. And yeah, all the survivors got there. Jeff was like, single Bud Light, and they were just like, bruh, not worth it. And so the Bud Light executives had flown over to I wish I could remember where it was, but they'd flown over to wherever it was in Asia. They were watching the challenge, and the contestants said no, so they scrambled. And what they did was they converted their staff accommodations into what they called the Survivor Bar, hired a bunch of locals to fill in the Survivor Bar, and it's a very awkward scene in like the whole Survivor rhetoric that they just had to like randomly, quickly get a reward together because no one wanted to play for it. So that's why Jeff now says worth playing for, just to make sure. Long explanation. Okay. The modern flesh-hungry rage zombie was heavily inspired by this real-life disease. Is it mad cow disease, Ebola, plague, or rabies? This is very recent. Like the kind of flesh-hungry zombie only came about 1968's Night of the Living Horror. Let us see how our contestant. Oh, Luke, did you miss that one?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Too slow.
Kathleen and Keelan, you've both gone for rabies. Any particular reason why?
28 years later, or
Yes.
28 days later.
Yeah, great guess. Yourself, Keelan?
I don't know. It just seems like it would be associated with zombies. I don't know.
Fair. Adolf, mad cow disease?
I've heard it in a medical show, but I'm not sure if it's right.
Okay, fair enough. It was rabies. Rabies is the answer to that one. They're very like similar if you think about it. Flesh-hungry zombies, they're mindless, they just want to bite things. If anyone's ever looked into or seen what rabies does to animals or humans, very much the exact same thing. Lifeless look in the eyes, they just want to bite things. It's a very nasty disease. We've got Kathleen and Keelan tied up at 2. How we feeling over there?
Feels good.
Feels good? Kathleen, you feeling strong?
Sure.
Okay, nice. I like that confidence. It's all about confidence up here. Frank Sinatra, he holds the record for the fastest ambulance ride in Los Angeles history. What cultural event was happening at the time that kept people off the roads? Was it the Friends finale, the Seinfeld finale, Michael Jackson's memorial service, or the OJ car chase? What would keep people off the roads? I know it would keep me off the roads in this or in this answer selection. Bong, I love that bong letting me know I can stop vamping. Okay, we've got hugely split answers over there. Adolf, did you take the power up?
No.
No? Okay, fair enough. Luke, you're on A. You trying to get up there with Kathleen and Keelan?
Yeah, trying, but
Try
not sure if I'm right.
Not sure if you're right or not. It was the Seinfeld finale. The Seinfeld finale absolutely stopped America in its tracks. Okay, Luke and Adolf, you guys are now both going to get a power-up. So for this next question, if you select that power-up, you can either go up by 2 points if you get it right, but you're going down by 2 points if you get it wrong. So we got to watch out for the power-up. You also have to turn it off again. If you turn it on, just make sure you click it back off again. Does anyone know, there's an interesting fun fact associated with the OJ car chase and pizza. Anyone? Hit me. That's right. The most pizza deliveries in Domino's history were during the OJ car chase. Very good in the crowd there. Okay, Keelan has pulled ahead of Kathleen. I still think you guys have a good chance. We have got 3 questions left in this round. Fun fact, in 2011, Fort Wayne held an online contest to decide what to name their new community center. The top answer before the contestant was shut down was the Harry Balls Community Center. Who was Harry Balls? Was he a pioneer-era outlaw, a 4-term mayor, a prank name, or a local sports legend? Did a fun fact about this one recently. This is one of my very favorite fun facts, I think. And I will explain to you why after we get this answer here. Luke and Adolf both took the power up. Did you? Yeah? Adolf as well?
Yeah.
Okay, B and D, different answers. Adolf, how do you feel over there?
I feel good.
You feel good. Nice. Luke?
No.
No. Okay, Kathleen and Keelan have also split, so we're going to see some new numbers coming up here. Yeah. Harry Balls was a 4-term mayor of Fort Wayne. He helped pull Fort Wayne out of the Great Depression. He brought industry, highways, and an airport to Fort Wayne. At one point, a reporter tried to remix his name and called him like Harry Biles or Bales. And Harry Balls called him and said, my name is pronounced Harry Balls. That's it. He was about it. Okay, Keelan has pulled ahead. Luke, I'm really sorry about that. You're going to keep the power-up option, though, so you can bring yourself back up. Kathleen, we've got 2 questions left in this round. I believe you can get up there. And Adolf, well done with the power-up. You feel good about that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, nice, me too. All right. Oh, another Nolan. Christopher Nolan said this is one of the great American comedies. Talladega Nights, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, or Step Brothers? Kind of forgot the answer to this one. And I know we did it in testing too. And I'm trying myself to actually remember exactly what it is. Need to do better with the notes. How did we go up there? Okay, Luke and Adolf. Luke, you've taken the power up again on C. And you feel confident? You love that movie?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It is a great movie. I
Just
agree
watched
with you.
Odyssey today, so.
You watched it today? Yeah, it has aged interestingly. It holds up. Kathleen on A, Talladega Nights. What took you there?
I don't know. Dudes really like that show.
Yeah. Did you take the power up, Kathleen?
I did not.
You didn't. I wish you had. It was Talladega Nights. Yes. Nolan's choices of like good movies are so interesting. Tokyo Drift, Talladega Nights. The guy just likes good movies, and he puts out good movies too. This is going to be the last question in this round, and I think Keelan might have run away. Adolf, you might have the power up option.
Yeah.
I can't do math. I got an excuse to not do math in school. Let's see how this category rounds out. Around 50% of Americans use their paid time off days to run errands, go on vacation, sleep, or get away from a coworker. All of us have probably dreamt about taking a vacation day to get away from a coworker. It's not a good use of them, though, and I would recommend against it. Okay. Kathleen, did you take that power up?
I did.
Nice. Okay, great. Adolf, did you take your power up?
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be a hot finish on your tail. Keelan, you've gone for run errands. Is that what you would use your paid time off days for?
No, but I feel it's like what Americans would do.
Yeah, it's fair enough. You're actually really close. The answer is sleep. Sleep. Most Americans use it to sleep. No one got lucky there, which means Keelan is going to be the winner of this round. I'll get you guys to wait right there. Keelan, why don't you come join me around here? I'll get your shirt. Hold on, I'll get you to stand right here. This is going to get you $150 to the merch store. Look up at that cameraman right there. Hand on your shoulder. I hope that's all right. Congratulations. Way to take the win. You're welcome. And for the rest of you, this will get you $50 for the Fun Fact merch store. You can get yourself a t-shirt or whatever you like. You can just head back to your seats whenever you're ready. Thank you so much. Thanks, Adolf. I'm so happy to see you again, man. I hope you enjoyed your time. I always forget to shamelessly self-promote, but if any of you would like to pick up some merch, you can go to store.funfactgameshow.com. We've got some great merch there. It was made by artists from all over the world. We had artists from Portugal, the UK, the US, Canada, Cuba, all over the world. Once again, everything was made by real artists and real humans, and I'm so happy I was able to support them. Anyways, is everyone feeling pretty good? Yeah? Are we feeling smart? Is everyone getting solid results here? Okay. Well, that's going to be important because in this next round, you're going to go head-to-head with our online audience in Vancouver versus the world. Okay. I pushed the buttons wrong. And I know button pushes have been a thing. We need to look at the results from the last contestant round. Keelan took the win with 71% accuracy. James D was our top in-person answerer. Katie G coming in second. Naomi in third. Aiden S, Brady F, and Feared Blackjack online, absolutely killing it. And now it's time for Vancouver versus the world. Are you going to hit me again? No stinger. Okay, so how this is going to work is all of you are going to be grouped into one team. And all of you playing online are also going to be grouped into one team. And if you don't know what that means, go to play.funfactgameshow.com, sign in so you can participate in this round. And how this is going to work is I'm going to ask a question, all of you are going to answer together, and all of the online audience is going to answer together, and we're going to see who gets the question more right. Nice thing about this is you guys can actually talk to each other, and they can't. So while we're asking these questions, feel free to give each other advice, feel free to talk about the answer. The room is pretty mic'd up though, so just keep it chill. Okay. What category are we doing? Are we going to go for insane Kardashian quotes, President Jimmy Carter, or iconic F1 messages? Hey, thank you so much, everyone, for selecting President Jimmy Carter. I really appreciate that, because that's the category I wanted to play, and that's pretty cool. If we can get things moving. Okay, just give me 1 second here to make sure everything's going. It is. Okay. After his presidency, Jimmy Carter focused on the eradication of this waterborne parasite. Is it Giardia? Thank you, Cryptosporidium, nice one in the front row. The Guinea worm or Guinearliria fowleri? I wrote these questions. I chose those answers. I probably could have made it easier on myself, but I decided not to, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. A lot of people have gone for Giardia. Online has kind of leaned towards the right answer a little bit on this one. The world's gonna take this one. It was the Guinea worm. It comes from stagnant water, and it was the worst thing to research ever. It is a parasite that you consume. It then grows and eventually finds a way out of your body, but it is not deadly, but that worm may come out of it's really, really, really bad. 1986, there were 3.5 million cases. After his presidency, Jimmy Carter traveled all over the world. Today, it's 99% eradicated and is coming up on being the second human disease in history to be completely wiped off the planet behind smallpox. So, huge initiative, and he really killed it on that one. Let's see if you guys can't take over this category or question round. For over a week, the American media ran a front page story about Jimmy Carter fighting a crocodile, fighting a rabbit, hunting a bear, or killing a fish. I wanted to play this category to talk about this question. This is one of my favorite questions I've written for this game show. I absolutely love this question. How have we all gone? Online audiences lent really towards fighting a crocodile, which is very surprising. In venue here, we've got a pretty equal split between the rabbit and the bear. Let's see how the maths. Good work, Vancouver. Just barely, but you took it, and I'm impressed. So happy. I wanted to talk about this one. So Jimmy Carter, when he was in the last years of his presidency, he went home to Georgia. He was out there. He was fishing this huge rabbit. He was out on a boat, and this huge rabbit swam out into the lake and tried to attack him. And it just so happened a White House photographer was there and captured this insane photograph of President Carter in the bush, the boat, no, and the rabbit coming at him. He goes back to the White House. They say, "Oh, Carter, how was your trip?" And he goes, "It's crazy. I got attacked by this rabbit while on this lake." And they all said, "Oh, no way, no way, no way." And he's like, "I got a photo of it." So he shows them the photo. These White House staffers, they go out to have a drink that night. They retell this story to the media. And the next day, the Washington Post publishes, "Bunny goes bugs, rabbit attacks president." New York Times, a tale of Carter and the killer rabbit. So for over a week, they're just going at him about this rabbit, and they're saying, "We know there's a photo, we know there's a photo, give us the photo." Carter administration is like, "No, we just want this thing to die, let it go." He loses to Reagan. Reagan's moving into the White House. Someone in Reagan's administration opens a drawer, and there's the photo of President Carter fighting the rabbit. They feed it back to the media. So he's already lost the election, and then the media doubles down and brings this rabbit story back up. And it was kind of like a defining point of Carter's presidency, of him getting attacked by this rabbit and the parallels they drew to his administration. Thank you for selecting that category so I could get that out. Fantastic. All right, let's see who's going to get this next one. Jimmy Carter was the first person to visit all 50 states, be born in a hospital, visit the Soviet Union, or go to a public school. I didn't write down what years Carter's presidency were, but it was sometime in the 70s. Okay, how did we lean on this? Go to public school, very close guess. A lot of people online have gone for born in a hospital. Let's see how the math works out. The world's got this one. Yeah. Carter was the first American president to be born in a hospital. He was born on October 1st, 1924. Does anyone want to take a guess at what point in the US 50% of children were being born in hospitals? Anyone want to take a guess? 1935. So the 5 was good. Yeah. 1940s, the scale started tipping, and by the 1950s, most Americans were being born in hospitals. But Carter's mom was a nurse, so she was like, obviously I'm giving birth in a hospital. Yes. Okay, Vancouver, our world is up on 2. Vancouver, I believe you can get this one. President Carter is the only US president to be awarded a Purple Heart, report a UFO sighting, get married while he was president, or deny Secret Service protection after his presidency. What could President Carter have been first president to do? I can't give this away in the monologue. Okay, we've got a lot of people going for Secret Service protection and report a UFO. I'm going to just reveal this so we can see how the maths. The world's taking this one. I'm sorry. Ever so slightly, just by a little bit. Yeah, President Carter was the first person to report a UFO sighting. He was incredibly educated. He was a physicist as well as a nuclear scientist or nuclear engineer. Before his presidency, he had helped with the Chalk River meltdown, and when he was going in there to help deal with this meltdown, they said, you'll probably never have children, which was a sacrifice he made. Ended up having 4 kids, and he didn't believe it was a UFO. He was just like, unexplained flying object, not an alien, but when he was campaigning, he was like, I'm gonna prove to you all there's no aliens, we'll release the documents. He became president and quickly rolled that position back. So he never released those documents. In the audience, apparently he was crying when he got fed the information. Really? I would believe, he was hard out on like, I'm gonna tell you guys. So yes, President Carter was the first person to report a UFO sighting. The world is just one away from taking this category. We've got 3 questions left. There is still hope. There is still hope. While giving a speech in Poland, President Carter's interpreter mistranslated his words to the crowd. What did the interpreter tell the audience President Carter wanted to do to them? Poison their water, steal their children, make love to them, or bomb their country. Don't forget, you guys can talk. You can share answers. You can try and have this done as a team. All right, how did we roll out here? A lot of people have voted for steal their children, which is a fair answer. We'll see how the maths. Sorry, everyone. The world has taken this. The interpreter mistranslated, and he told this whole crowd that President Carter wanted to make love to them. This was among other mistranslations. The dude was quickly fired, but there was a lot of like, how did he get this job? How did he get here? That was never really answered. The world, great work, world. You have taken this round. That is yours. It is the world. Thank you for being gracious losers. Sorry. If it makes you feel any better or worse, this is the first show where the world has, no, I'm sorry. It is the first show where the world has won. Great work, though. You guys did a good job. You did a good job. You did a good job. Okay, I think now we're going to get some more contestants on stage. Sweet, and our first contestant coming up is going to be Rita. Where are you, Rita? Oh, there she is. No rush, no rush. Take your time. You want the bump or the handshake? Yes, way to go. Of course, do you want to just take your podium and then I'll get... That was awesome, though. I'm so happy you came prepared. Rita's got a fun fact for me, but first we're going to call Katie G up. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Katie's been to a couple of shows. She helped me out through testing as well, so super happy to have her back. Next up, we've got Plutonium. Yes, Plutonium, how are you? How's it going? Welcome back, right? You're the first one. I'm so happy you could make it. You can grab your podium over there. And we, last on stage, have got Emilio. Hey, Emilio, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, Emilio, I'm going to start with you because you were one of the brave ones who shouted out an answer to the last question. Yeah, they're on wheels, careful.
Okay.
Sadly, you did get it wrong. So how does that bode for you going into this round?
You know what? I'm here to have a good time. That's about it.
I love that. And very, very well dressed for the occasion as well. I'm loving the summer chic. It's
Thank
looking
you.
Good on
Thank
you.
you.
Rita, I'm so ready. Just if you just come a little closer to the microphone, and I would love to hear this fun fact. You're gonna hit me with the.
I might get in trouble for this one.
Oh no. Okay. PG-13. PG-13.
No, not that kind of trouble.
Oh.
Fun fact is, I'm not Rita. I am Rita's twin sister, Smita.
Oh. Okay.
Because Rita's been on a game show before, so we made a deal that if she got called up, I would go.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so fun. That's awesome. Did you say Smita?
Smita, yeah.
Smita, what game show were you on previously?
Yeah.
Of course you are. Which one, sorry? Battle of the Generations.
Yeah.
I can't say I've seen it, to be honest with you. Where was it? Fantastic.
Yeah. Gen Xers. Yeah.
Which group did you fit into?
No, no.
I was gonna go for Gen Z, so okay. So we've got Rita and Shmita,
Yeah.
and I can't let this one go. That's your parents' very interesting choice.
Oh.
Yeah, is there like a lineage to Rita Shmita, or does it come from anywhere historically?
We're Bengali from Calcutta, but because we're twins, it's the law that we have to have rhyming names.
Wow, that's the fun thing. Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay. But
that was really, no, that was
I
really.
do have one more fun fact. is
Okay.
that I started following you on YouTube, and I was really enjoying everything, and I had no idea you were Canadian or that you were from Vancouver, so I was so excited when you were doing the game show.
Nice, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. Well, we're happy to have you. Plutonium, back again. That's you, bro.
That's you, bro.
Plutonium.
Yeah.
Back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah. We're happy to have you. And you came with Lennon, who was
Yeah.
so are you
He's my good friend that we met in high school.
nice? Are you guys going to score compare after this? Or is there like some rivalry going on here?
Kinda, because I came up on stage.
Okay, nice. Katie, thanks so much for coming.
I'm
back.
another companion of useless knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. All right. Katie has been to one of our testing rounds before, so let's try and find a category she might not know. No repeat questions. I'm going to shout it out. What categories do we have available to us here? Okay, we've got that random category, technology or insane Kardashian quotes. That random category going strong right now. Technology could come. I'm going to let this go for a little bit longer before we get all our votes. We're going for that random category. This is the category that I couldn't figure out where any of these questions went. So it's just the random category. I wish you all the best up there, contestants. Good luck. The government name of the white plastic chair that everyone has in their backyard is the monoblock chair, the beast trot, white plastic chair, or the Adirondack. What is the government? It's just that white plastic chair. Everyone knows it. Everyone has it. It's just that classic white plastic chair. All right, how did we look? A lot of our online audience went for monoblock. How are we doing up there? Big split. A lot of people went for B, plutonium. What took you to B, Bistrot?
I don't know, I just selected it.
Beautiful. I love that. Shmita, good work. You're going to take the first point in this round. It's the monoblock. That is a deep piece of knowledge to know that one. The monoblock chair, credit for it's usually given to Douglas Simpson as the original designer and Henry Massenet as the mass producer. All right, next up we've got researchers found an effective way to prevent horseflies from biting cows was to feed them higher quality food, paint zebra stripes on them, keep them inside, or spray them with pesticides. Andrea, out of Portugal, did a merch design for this fun fact. So we can check. Yeah, Lennon, no cheating over there. Okay, how did we go?
I didn't
You
look.
didn't look at him. Okay, Emilio, you feed him higher quality food.
Yeah, you know, I was really expecting we would do Kardashian quotes this round.
Dude, man, I'm sorry you didn't get it. I'm sorry you didn't get it. Let's see how everyone did. Middles, split it. Yes. Yeah, so I've always had this idea in my head, like, why? So I used to be a construction worker, and horseflies are terrible, and I've always wanted to like run the experiment myself of like, what if I take a construction crew, paint them with zebra stripes? Will they get less bites? If anyone would like to fund that research, hit me up. It's going to be a stunning piece of research. Fearing a chemical weapons attack, emergency crews in London shut down blocks of the city. But when they found the source of the attack, it was actually an illegal construction site, a Thai chef cooking spicy sauce, an old car, or a broken sewer pipe. This was in the affluent Soho district. People were running for their lives, eyes were watering, throats were burning. How did we look? Bees across the board. Did everyone already know this one coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a shirt giving away for this one in the first episode.
This one was in the first episode?
Yep.
Oh, was it?
Was it? Okay, the shirt was. Yeah. Okay. I was like, did I accidentally repeat the questions? I gave away a shirt like that? You know what,
Yeah.
Lennon? You guys are hardcores, though. I don't know. I didn't think anyone would come back, you know? So. Emilio, did you guess for this one?
I did. I feel like my friends have an advantage here because they've been to more shows than me.
Yeah, no, I know. You know what? I'm so honored. I would have never believed it. But you did great, Emilio. That's the answer. It was a spicy sauce, yeah. Some of you might know, there's an old saying, the London fog. We all know about the London. There's some people from London here. right? Yeah, nice. I heard. The London fog. So London has like a heavy fog that sits under it. This was a big problem back in the day when they used to burn a lot of coal because the coal wouldn't rise and leave the city, and people would get carbon monoxide poisoning. Same kind of principle happened here. The day the chef was cooking this spicy sauce, it was a low fog, and it just got all mixed up and burned people's throats and eyes, and they all ran for their lives. Oh, and when they found the chef, they were like, bro, what's going on here? And he was like, spicy sauce. Okay, we got 4 questions left in this round. Really, really strong round up here with the contestants. Everyone tied up at 2. Emilio, you've got a good chance over there, brother, I believe.
Underdog.
The average office worker gets around blank hours of work done in their 8-hour shift. Is it 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 6 hours, or 4 hours? Don't give away the question. I'm going to let the bongs bong out here for a second because I'm going to give away this answer. How are we looking over there? I'm waiting for this. So the reason this happens is, does anyone in here work in an office? So sorry. I chose construction over office any day. And the reason people get so little work done and why working from home works so well is because you don't have to talk to other people. There's no one coming in going like, hey, how was your weekend? What's going on, Janet? Like, da-da-da-da-da. A's all over on the back end. Shmita, you're the only one who chose 2.5. What felt right about B for you?
I worked in an office for a long time.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, you were so close, it's actually 3 hours. And you were just off. So our far end is picking up some points. Emilio's coming back in the mix here. 3 hours of work, it's literally just because everyone's always bothering you, coming into your office, meetings. If you just leave people alone and let them do their work, they'll do it efficiently, quickly, and get it done because no one wants to be doing work. Okay.
Lennon,
next-
good luck though.
Pardon?
Lennon, good luck though.
Lennon got a lot. Okay, next question. Oh, love this one. After being trapped in an underwater cave for 5 days, the first thing the man asked for after being rescued was food, beer, a zin, or a cigarette. What would this man ask for? He went cave diving, he got separated from his group, he ended up in an air bubble, and he sat there for 5 days. The rescue crews went under him, and he tried to yell at them, and they didn't catch him. They came back again. He used his last bit of air to swim out and grab one of their fins, and they rescued him. And Shmita thinks he asked for a cigarette. So does Katie and Emilio. Plutonium, only one on a beer. Would you go for the beer over the cigarette?
Oh, I heard another one where it was beer.
Okay, beer, fair enough. Hey, you did want a cigarette. Yeah, he really wanted a cigarette. Yeah, it was the first thing he asked for. As soon as they got him up to the boat, he was like, do y'all have a cigarette? And they were like, we cannot give you a cigarette right now. Yes. Air, yeah, air is also a really good option. Okay, so we've got Plutonium and Rita tied up at 3, Emilio and Katie at 4. How's this round feeling for you, Katie? You've played a couple.
I'm like so nervous and competitive. Like this is it's so fun, but I'm so anxious right now.
Okay, fair enough. Emilio, you've been able to pull this back. How's it feeling over there?
Good. You know, my life coach told me I have to smoke a pack of cigarettes this year. So that's what drew me to this answer.
Is that real?
That's not a joke. That is true.
Give me that dude's number. Because this guy sounds like he could really help me out with things. Shmita, are you feeling competitive compared to Rita's performance on her game show?
Yes.
Yes? Fantastic. Okay, we've got 2 questions left in this round, and hopefully no one will tie because we do actually have a solution to that now, but we haven't implemented it yet. So, while visiting Russia, the Bananas in Pajamas were arrested and jailed, kicked out of the country, kidnapped and held for ransom, or chased by an angry mob. All of these answers, very entertaining, very valid. Bananas in Pajamas had a rough go in Russia. Which rough go did they have? Okay, Emilio, you look excited over there.
I just thought this was the funniest one, because what if they slipped on the banana? Right?
Exactly, yes. Great choice. Katie, only one to go for kidnapped.
Oh.
And yeah.
Is that a good thing?
What? Let's find out. Let's find out first. It is. The competitiveness really coming out.
Yeah.
So it was just their suits. The Bananas in Pajamas, the producers went over to Russia to advertise the Bananas in Pajamas. They put the suits in storage. They come down one night. Suits are gone. There's a note from the Russian mafia that says, bring us $100,000 and we'll bring you back the suits. Call up headquarters. They're like, headquarters, what do we do with this? Headquarters is like, it's not really worth it, but like, yeah, you should get the banana suits back. They send them $100,000 and a briefcase, and they tell the producers of this show, go meet with the Russian mafia and get the bananas and pajamas suits back. So they do. They get in the car, you know, just some boys, and they're going out there, and as they're getting to the meet, they're just like, yo, I do not want to give a briefcase full of money to the Russian mafia. Turned around, straight to the airport with the cash, explained it to customs, back home. Never know what happened to the bananas and pajamas suits, but there are 2 bananas and pajamas suits somewhere with the Russian mafia. Great situation. Everyone except for Katie on stage has the power-up right now. That power-up, once again, it's going to take you 2 up or 2 down. We've got 1 question left in this round. So this is going to really define how this is going to go. Why do we drop a ball in Times Square to celebrate the New Year? Tourist attraction, marketing attraction, old tradition, because fireworks were banned. These are some of the earlier questions I wrote, and I said, I don't need to make notes. I will remember everything. I don't. So I don't remember the exact years for this. Okay, Shmita,
Yeah.
didn't take the power up.
No.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? 3 is a strong finisher. I hope you get to the 4th. Plutonium, you took the power up?
Yes.
You feel confident about your
Yes,
answer?
I do.
Okay, Emilio, you also went for it.
It's just a fun fact I know.
You know this one. Good. Did you cheat, and that's why you're looking so
I
confident?
don't know this fun fact, but I had to YOLO it.
Okay, you went for the power up. Was that on the advice of the same life coach?
She would give me that same advice.
Nice. Let's see how it went for everyone. We're going to keep going. Yeah. So that's what I thought was going to happen. So we're going to keep going here. As I've said in the previous episodes, we couldn't think of a tiebreaker, and we were like, oh, no one's ever going to tie. That's not a big deal. It's been a huge deal. It's been a huge problem. We do have a solution for it. We're going to implement that coming into the next round of shows, but for now, we're just playing until someone pulls ahead or I run out of questions. So here we go. For 28 years, a carton of expired milk had a cult-like following at this prominent university. Was it Harvard, Stanford, Yale, or MIT? Which one of these students would worship? 28 years this milk was expired for. Students would study with it. They would cherish it. It was part of their lives. Okay, we've got Katie and Plutonium on D. Plutonium, did you know this one outright?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I did know the expired milk one, but not which university.
Okay. Katie, did you?
It just seems like an MIT thing.
Dude, good work, you guys. We're going to keep this thing going. It was MIT. Yes! There you go. Wait, we're not done yet. Okay, I'm sorry. I know. I'm so sorry, Plutonium. Yeah, no, you're still tied up. Katie also took this one. Yeah. I really hope you do take it now, though.
I know, me too.
This was at a university dormitory known as Random Hall. No one's quite sure where the milk came from. It was like the dorm fridge. It expired. Someone thought, oh, I'll just put it in a jar and keep it. It lasted for 28 years until COVID, when everyone kind of left and they sent in janitorial staff. Some janitor found it was in a jar, like it wasn't just out, but they found this sordid thing of milk and were like, ew, and threw it away. And it was a really big, heartbreaking moment for MIT alumni. Okay, we do still have 3 questions left. I hope you guys, well, we could do 3 questions, or we're getting doubles again. The day after Thanksgiving, what do plumbers call it? Clogs Day, Bill Paying Day, Brown Friday, or Gray Friday? Plumbers pay their bills the day after Thanksgiving, but what would they call it? What would they think that oh, Rita, you took the power up. You're still in it. I like it. Yeah, keep going. Okay, we've got the same answers again, Katie and Plutonium. I'm not going to ask you any questions about this because we're going to keep going. You guys are still tied up. Yeah, you're still tied up. It's known, and Shmita now coming back into play. I respect it. Plumbers, they call it Brown Friday. This is just it's self-explanatory. It's bad. Okay, please, guys, separate answers. There's a fan theory that Donald Duck's anger is due to PTSD. They needed to balance Mickey's kindness, his mother died in a house fire, or character design. One of these answers is more correct than the others. It's multiple choice, which means one is more correct than the others. Which one is the most correct? Oh, you guys. There might be some more fan fact shirts coming into the world pretty quick here. Yes, Donald Duck, PTSD. Very good, everyone up there. And now, now everyone's coming back in the mix. We're only playing for Katie and Plutonium, but for bragging rights, you guys might take this one. Donald Duck had a really bad go during World War II. Super surprising, I know. So Disney produced a lot of the propaganda films for the US military. Mickey was like this, he was just the perfect soldier. He was always smiling, always happy. He never shook in the face of danger. And they did the exact opposite thing with Donald Duck, where he had a terrible time during boot camp. He then suffered a debilitating injury on the front lines, which through cartoon magic was rectified. He was then dropped behind enemy lines on a mission that there was a very good chance he wouldn't make it out of. And the American soldiers really resonated with Donald because, like, in comparison to Mickey, who was just full of valor, Donald was scared, he was crying, he was saying no, he was saying, please don't send me, but he kept going. And a lot of the American soldiers really resonated with that, and so they carried that forward. So when all these dudes came home, they were suffering from all this PTSD. And they maintained this, they mirrored Donald in what they were seeing in the veterans. And there's only one comic book that ever references it, but there is an episode of Donald, or an issue of the cartoon, Donald, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, where he has a really gnarly PTSD flashback. And you can find it online if you're interested in finding it.
There was also an episode where Donald Duck thought his entire half of the body was gone.
That's, yeah, the suffering injury. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the last question I actually have in this category. So if one of the two of you doesn't win, we're bringing more Fan Fact shirts into the world. All right. Canadian Police Department had to apologize after threatening to make drunk drivers listen to which Canadian band on repeat as punishment on the way back to the police station. The Guess Who, Rush, Nickelback, or the Tragically Hip? Yeah, maybe not everyone would know this one. How's this going to line up? Of course, everyone's going to go for Nickelback. Is this going to change up our scores at all? All right, Katie and Plutonium, both of you, come on over. You can have the shirt, hold the shirt. Okay, and the gift card, because I can hook you. Come over here, Katie. Does everyone want a hand? Oh, Plutonium, come back. Come back. You cool if I put my hand on your shoulder? Yeah. Okay, look up at the camera up there. Congratulations to our winners. Double winners again. Hey, Shmita, that's for you. Emilio, there you go. That's a gift card for you. You're welcome. That was fantastic. Thank you so much to all of our on-stage contestants. That was a very long contestant round. Thank you all for playing through that one. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let's see how we did in the audience. Ooh, Sarah R., congratulations, top in venue. Cassie Dory, just behind that, followed by Megan McKay. I know those three, and I believe they were sharing answers. Kenesha M. online, congratulations, as well as Danny and Tomato. Great work, you guys. That was a very, very long contestant round. I cannot believe none of you separated in that. So now, our next round, it's just a little bit of a palate cleanser, and I like to call it similarities. Yeah, love those little stingers. So how this is going to work is I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then the 4th question is going to be what made all of those answers similar. So I will repeat back what the answers are, but just keep thinking, what's the theme here? What are we doing? Okay, everyone ready? Yes? Oh, and I'm just going to, if you're watching this online, YouTube or Twitch, go to play.funfactgameshow.com, create an account, sign in, and you can answer the questions that are being asked here on stage at home. Okay, similarities. Let's see what we get. We have got, all right, The Last of Us, The X-Files, and Final Destination and more have been filmed in this iconic Oceanside Park. Which Oceanside Park would they have been filmed in? Oh, sorry, guys. Nice. This one really threw off the online audience, but it did not throw off the people in this venue because you know the answer to this question. Of course, it was Stanley Park. Beautiful Stanley Park here in Vancouver. You guys know Stanley Park is second growth forest. So it was originally, what do I call it? Not habitat is the absolute worst word for what I'm trying to say here. It was home to many of the local First Nations. The British colonists came through and were like, this is the perfect spot for a military fort. So they took out all the First Nation homes, they cleared the trees. By the time that was done, the people of Vancouver petitioned the federal government and said, don't put a military base here, give us this park. So Stanley Park is actually federal land, and that's why we have Stanley Park, but it was originally supposed to be a military base. When they opened Stanley Park, and there's still a plaque there that says, this park is for all races, creeds, nations, and people, which I always kind of find funny of just like, I bet the people who were living there felt very differently. Anyways, whichever Canadian city possesses this item is the best city in Canada. And when this item falls into the hands of an American city, the entire Canadian population is ashamed. It's Canada's most treasured artifact. Is it the 2010 Golden Goal hockey puck, the world's oldest hockey stick, the Stanley Cup, or the International Apology Log? International Apology Log has been trending and fashionable for quite a while. No, that doesn't exist, and everyone got this one as well. Of course, it's the Stanley Cup. Does anyone know the last Canadian team to take the Stanley Cup? Montreal Canadiens, correct. What year? 93. Our national shame, everyone. Our national shame. Next question. Will the Canucks ever take a cup? 100% correct. Good work, everyone. It was the Stanley Cup. I forgot to hit the button. What was the name of the first nursing school in Ottawa? Ottawa specifically. Established in 1891. The Victoria Order Nurse Academy, Mac Training School for Nurses, the St. Luke General Training Hospital, the Lady Stanley Institute for Trained Nurses. I got nothing to say. I'm going to let the bongs run out on this one just so that everyone can get their answers in. A lot of people leaning the right way on this one. I'm really surprised the Mac Training School didn't go higher because that was the actual first nurses school. But yeah, it was the Lady Stanley Institute for Trained Nurses. They had a neighboring Protestant General Hospital. They trained more than 300 highly specialized nurses who then went all throughout Canada helping establish healthcare throughout the country. So now, what made all of those answers similar? A lot of British colonists... Oh, no, sorry, that's not the question. What's with all the Stanleys? A lot of British colonists were named Stanley, named after Lord Presley Stanley, the Governor-General of Canada, named after Stanley Blake, who had led the burning of Washington, or named after Gordon Stanley, a famous HSBC trader. I can probably talk during this one because it seems like, everyone's figured out my game here. Good work, in-person audience. It was indeed named after Lord Stanley Preston, who was the Governor-General of Canada. He was the Governor-General of Canada from 1888 until 1893 with his wife, Lady Constance Villers. They came over with their children. He fell in love with Canada. Like, everything he writes about Canada is phenomenal. He absolutely loved his time here. He helped spread hockey, as you can see, through the Stanley Cup. Bit of an interesting history, because he became the Governor-General in 1888. The Indian Act was passed in 1876 and the potlatch ban in 1895. And as he was going across Canada by train, he met with farmers and he met with locals, but he also met with the First Nations. And I find it very interesting. Like, he speaks so highly of the First Nations, and they interacted so much, and I wonder how they felt with the Indian ban, and he comes to Vancouver where the potluck ban is on, and just a little bit of an interesting history with Lord Stanley, and I'm not quite sure how he's received. I tried to figure it out, but I couldn't. Anyways, let's see how everyone did in that round. Cassie Dory with 100%. Megan McKay also with 100%. So did James D. And Timothy. And Jesse. And Pertonamos. Great work out there online. All right, we're just going to round out tonight's show with one final contestant round. I had to wait for that. Bless you. On the sneeze. Bless you. Yeah, nice. Okay, our first contestant coming on stage is going to be Peter M. Peter, where are you at? Hey, Peter. How are we doing? Nice to have you. Roy K. Where are you, Roy? There he is, back row. Hey, Roy. How we doing? Nice to have you. Oh, gotta stop running away from this thing. Delaney. Delaney? You got Delaney in the house? Yeah. Thanks. Hi, Delaney. Welcome. And finally, Sam. Who's Sam? Easy Sam. Sam. Welcome. Okay, I can tell just from the accent. Sam, you're joining us from overseas.
I live here, but
You do? Oh, sorry. Could I just ask you just to pull that microphone down? You can pull it. You can touch it. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
You live here now.
Yeah, I live here now.
How long you been here for?
2 years.
2 years? Lovely. Beautiful. You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Super happy? Nice. Anyone else from overseas or not from Vancouver? No, we're all from Vancouver. Peter, how's the night going? How the rounds been so far?
Terrible, actually.
Nice. Solid. Fantastic. You know, well, I believe now is the time for change. You know, I think you got it. Roy, how's the show been?
I couldn't be doing worse, honestly.
Okay, good.
I'm at the bottom.
I like it. Delaney, this is really opening you up for some...
Like I belong here.
What was that, sorry?
I feel like I belong here. This is great.
Okay,
like,
perfect.
I'm at the bottom tier right now.
No, it's a great time for confidence, you know? Okay, everyone out there, let's pick them a kind category then, an easy category. Let's see what we get.
That'd be nice.
We've got technology, general knowledge. I'm not even going to say don't pick the last one. It's not going to be cool. Okay, we're going for general knowledge. I think this is a great contestant round for you. General knowledge. It's very generalized to me, but I think you've all got a great chance up there. All right, let's see how we're going to do here. Edward Hines, he got the idea for road lines after seeing a car leak motor oil, seeing a head-on collision, seeing a leaky milk truck, or thinking critically for about 5 minutes. What would lead you... So there were no road lines before. People were just out there driving, and Edward Hines, he was the first dude to be like, oh, road lines. Okay, Peter, you've gone for seeing motor oil. That's a pretty sweet guess. Line on the road? Yeah, that's where we're going for that. Sam, you've seeing a head-on collision, just everyone all over the road.
Yeah.
It's bound to have had to have happened,
Yeah.
I believe. Okay, well those two in the middle, did you guys go? Yeah, you did. 2 in the middle, well done. You're taking the first points. Yes, he saw a leaky milk truck. Edward Hines, he was following a leaky milk truck, milk dripping along the road, and he was like, oh my God, white lines to separate traffic. So obvious. It's insane. But yeah, Edward Hines, honored in a bunch of safety museums, and everyone loves him for that one. To survive the 2008 financial crisis, the city of Chicago sold the rights to all the city's alcohol tax, all their highway tolls, all their parking meters, or all of their maritime shipping routes. It was a deal valued at $1.15 billion. What would you pay $1.15 billion for, Peter? Parking meters? Yeah, sweet. Okay, Roy, how are we feeling about our answer there, Sam?
It was a gamble.
It was a gamble? What were you
Yeah.
gambling with?
Nothing.
Okay, fair enough. Peter on the front end, that was a good guess. It was their parking meters. It was their parking meters. They had to do this. So there was, like we talk about tax and financial loopholes. They were told they were getting a clean deal. It ended up, there were so many different contract terms. So no one really knows who owns these rights anymore. But they produce billions of dollars a year, and they've got the rights to Chicago's parking meters for 75 years. The other nice thing about this deal is the city of Chicago is still responsible for repairing and maintaining the parking meters. So they sold all the profit and just took all the risk. Terrible deal. Anyone financial risk analyst up there? Damn. Okay, next question. Statistically, the most restful amount of days to spend on vacation is 15, 8, 6, or 28. I'm going to not give away this question because I frequently do that, but I'm curious what you guys think the most appropriate amount of restful days is. Sam and Delaney, you think 8 days is enough? Feels like enough? Roy, you want 15 days. Is that your regular amount of vacation time?
I wish. No.
Yeah, fair enough, I believe. And Peter, you're also going for 8 days. Yeah? Anyone take a nice 8-day vacation recently? No? Okay, great. Well, it is 8 days. You guys have got it up there. How's that going to line us up? Sam, did you take the power up, or are you getting the option just now?
No, I didn't have.
You didn't have the option. I saw it on your screen. Tied up at 2, Sam at 1. We have got 4 more questions, so it's really anyone's race up there. Why is the N in 7-Eleven lowercase? No one knows. No one noticed. Design choice, or to fit the logo on the sign. Has anyone ever been able to visit the legendary 7-Elevens, the Thai, the Japanese? Anyone ever gotten to see the 7-Elevens overseas? Yes? Nice. Anyone up here ever gotten to see the special 7-Elevens, the Thai, the Japanese? No? I don't know why they've never given us the good food, but the 7-Elevens overseas, just fantastic. The Thai basil rice, really nice. How did we look over here? C's, D, oh, big split. I'm going to just reveal this answer because I have lost my train of thought, and no one is going to take this one. So we're gonna stay net neutral. No one knows. No one knows why this happened. It came in the 1968 logo redesign. There's a story that like the wife of the guy who was running 7-Eleven at the time thought the N looked more aesthetic, but like no one actually knows for sure. Okay, we've got 3 questions left in this category and a very tight round. Tied at 2, and Sam just ready to take the lead from down. A blind woman in New Zealand regained her vision after hitting her head on a fridge door, a cabinet door, a door frame, or a coffee table. I'm going to talk poorly about myself for a second here. I first made this fun fact when I was traveling in Latin America, and I filmed it on a balcony on a beach side, and I've been called out for that video a couple times. It's deep in there, but if you can find it, it's very funny. Me and the boys had spent a couple nights out, and I was not ready to be filming fun facts yet. It's a banger. I recommend it. Delaney, you missed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
I
sorry.
was trying to replay it in my head if like a fridge door would get me in the eye or head.
Yeah, no,
I just lost my. I was so confused.
It's the car door usually that gets me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
you know, sweeping into the car kind of thing. Everyone else has split. Anyone feeling really good about their answer up there? No. Okay. Oh, let's see how we did. And that's going to bring Roy. That's going to be Sam. I'm so sorry. Back into contention. Nice, Sam. Only one to get it up there. Yes, she tripped and fell, hit her head on a coffee table. No one's quite sure what happened, but she regained her vision, and she can see perfectly after like her entire life of not being able to see. 2 questions left in this category, tied up at 2 across the board. Might be another tie. A cryptocurrency scammer who was on the run for 5 years was arrested in South Korea when he was caught by facial recognition cameras, scanned his passport, littered a cigarette butt, or jaywalked across the road. South Korea really hard out on their rules, especially for smoking. On the street, they have little smoking booths, and that's the only place you're allowed to smoke. Cool. That's super cool. Only got 4 questions left in this category as a whole, and you all got it wrong. He dropped a cigarette butt. Yeah. He's ripping a dart in the wrong spot, dropped a cigarette butt, cops rolled up. He tried to be like, sorry, I'll clean it up. They scanned his ID, and he'd been wanted for 5 years, and I believe he's in jail or going. He's not having a good time. This is supposed to be the last question in this category, and if you guys all choose a different answer, it can be. The restaurant of Mistaken Orders was a restaurant in Tokyo where all the staff spoke different languages, all the waiters were elderly people with dementia, the waiters didn't write anything down, or the waiters were all robots. What would cause people to mistake their orders? Is it dementia, languages, or just trying to remember your order? Before we get this answer, how does everyone feel about waitstaff not writing down your order? Pretty whatever? I hate it. I hate it. At least like bring out the pen and pad and like make me, because you can't remember all that. I know you can't remember all that.
If
How
they
did we
get it
look up
wrong,
on stage
right,
here?
You don't have to tip them. It's great.
I hate tipping too. You got to do it though. You got to support the workers, or we could just get the businesses to pay them more. Results-wise, great work everyone on stage. Sorry, Roy. You guys are now tied up at 3. That was supposed to be the last question of this contestant round, but you are all tied up. So once again, we're going into overtime, and we're going to see who's getting... Sorry, Roy. You can still play along, though. You don't have to go anywhere. Okay, nice. Our next question. The most effective way to keep seagulls away from food is to throw food at them, yell at them, aggressively shoo them away, or play loud music. This was tested by science. A group of university students did run a proper scientific test to figure out what is the most effective way to keep them away. And we are really staying on some similar answers. We got play loud music. Sam has gone for aggressively shoo them away. Sorry, guys. You should yell at seagulls. Tested by science. Yelling at seagulls is the most effective way to keep them away. Everyone happy to keep going until we define out? You all happy up there? Okay, we're going again. Men who join a frat in university often have a lower grade point average, but after graduation, they tend to perform poorly professionally, make more money, develop addiction issues, or have lifelong friendships. I couldn't figure out how to write this question in here, but I will tell you all the story. There was a guy, and I couldn't believe this happened. There was a guy, as part of a university hazing ritual, they made him drink a bottle of soy sauce. Would anyone like, so it's gross, would anyone like to guess what a bottle of soy sauce does to your body? Anyone? Soy sauce, it's so salty, and you don't realize how much salt is in it, and he was hospitalized for like days. It was really bad. Okay, Peter has gone for D. You believe they are going to develop some lifelong friendships. Friends forever. Friends forever.
Happy thoughts.
Everyone else has gone for make more money, which is going to keep Delaney and Sam tied up. I believe as soon as it's updated, it's going to drop Peter out of our runnings. Is that updating, or am I going crazy? There it is. Okay, that's going to keep Delaney and Sam all tied up on our question. This is the last question in the question bank. So either we're taking another tie, or one of you two ladies is taking home a fact fun shirt. I don't know. The chainsaw. What was the chainsaw invented to help with? Cutting ice blocks, cutting down trees, building log homes, or childbirth? Where would we have developed the chainsaw? Heavily used in forestry and ice block cutting, but what was its original intention? Let's see. Delaney on B, Roy on K on B. We're gonna take a tie on this one. The chainsaw was invented to help with childbirth. Yes, childbirth. I am going to elaborate on that one for you, no problem. No, it's all good, I appreciate that. So, not a super well-versed person in this. While giving childbirth, sometimes the birth canal doesn't open big enough, so they need to cut a piece of the pelvic bone. In the past, how they had to do this was just with a handsaw. So the doctors developed a hand-cranked saw on a chain, which allowed them to cut these bones very effectively, efficiently, and with minimal pain. Cue the music. Delaney, Sam, why don't you come up here? I will get you both sorted with a shirt and a gift card. One of you takes both, and then I'll get the other. You want to take them, and then I'll get you sorted out. You can come over. Do you want a hand on the shoulder? Everyone? Delaney, good. Look up that camera just up there. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Another tie. Cannot believe this happened. That's so wild. And for you two, Peter, that's going to get you $50 at the Fun Fact gift store, and there you go. Have fun, guys. Or not have fun. Thanks for coming to the show. You can take a seat whenever. Once again, if you didn't get yourself a t-shirt or a hoodie and you would like to get something, you can grab something at store.funfactgameshow.com. Can we get a little background music in there, boys? All right, and let's see how everyone did in this round. Delaney killed it. Yep, Connor Palahicki, our host, taking the venue score. Good work, Connor. Cassie Dory again. And Lennon, there we go, buddy, coming back on the board. John K., Neil B., and Taylor Thomas. Well done in that round. And that's pretty much the end of our games for tonight. Yeah, it is. I know. Thank you. That was a long show. I cannot believe how competitive that was. Let's see our post game for this one. In venue here, James D., Cassie Dory, and Lennon. Strong performers online. Feared Blackjack, Atagobad, Tomato, and Brady coming in strong. And our all-time Roy Adams holds his position in the all-time leaderboard. Cassie Dory in second, and Danny in third. Strong performances. I've been trying to figure out how to finish this show for a really long time. And I don't really know. I still don't know how to finish this show. I worked towards this for years, and then I really worked at it for months. And this was the most fun I've had forever. It was so good. We did these 3 shows because I just needed to figure out, like, is this good? Do people like this? And thank you, yeah, thanks. Does this work? And is this something we should keep doing? And I think it's been a resounding yes. And I'm so grateful for all of you coming in and playing, all of you watching online. This is not the last time we're gonna do this. We don't have another show lined up right now. I'm gonna take a little bit of time to process this all. The team, we're gonna get all our information together. And hopefully shortly we'll be announcing our next dates. We're gonna try and take this thing global. Hopefully we'll be on the East Coast, the West Coast, Australia, and Europe, all over the world for everyone to enjoy some fun facts. And so with that, forgive someone you didn't get an apology from this week. Good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate